Sun is one of the strongest weathers in competitive Pokemon this generation, and Pokemon Home just recently introduced us with one of the best chlorophyll Pokemon of all time, being Hisuian Lilligant. But if Sun is so strong right now, and we just got an incredible new setter, why is nobody actually talking about how good this archetype of the new and improved Lillicoal is in Regulation D? Today, I want to use Lilligant's new Hisuian form and show you guys why Sun is actually still going to be insane in Regulation D with the new and improved way to run this core. If you guys enjoy this type of content though, and you want to see more like it, of course, like and subscribe for more, and check out Kurt's links down below, as he's the one who edited today's video and kills it on every upload he does. With that said, let's start breaking down why Lilligant might actually have a place in this format. With a base 105 speed stat and the ability Chlorophyll, Hisuian Lilligant proves to be one of the fastest Pokemon with this already incredible ability, only being actually outpaced by the jump fluff that we've seen going on all generation. Lilligant does have a couple big benefits though, starting with its incredible offensive stat, as well as the move After You, which is actually an incredible way to support its partner slot of Torkoal, which otherwise has been taking a lot more of a backseat role this generation. This strategy proves to at least allow Torkoal a chance against a lot of these faster offensive teams, where Torkoal wouldn't otherwise get a chance to go for Eruption here. And this strategy actually proved to be incredible even on base Lilligant ever since, I believe, Generation 7 when Torkoal got Drought in the first place. However, despite everything being in Lilligant's favor right now, there does prove to be a couple big things against it, and they all seem to center around one key Pokemon that's being ran a lot right now, being Tornadus Incarnate. Tornadus commonly uses a couple moves that actually shut down this core very easily, with the first of course being Tailwind, which can prove to allow any Pokemon a chance to outpace Lilligant by boosting their speed by 2 stages. Now, typically this alone wouldn't be a big deal, but when you factor in the fact that Rain Dance also takes away Lilligant's 2x speed, you suddenly are dealing with a Pokemon that goes from being one of the fastest on the field at any given time to being one of the slowest for some reason. When you factor in all the high priority options going around right now, such as Qianpao, Dragonite, Urshifu Rapid, and Iron Hands, this core starts to actually take a bit of a backseat in the metagame, going from one of the strongest to more of a low-key threatening core. With all the breakdown of what makes Lilligant good and not good right now, let's start to actually get into the team itself and what we're going to be using today. This team features Hisuian Lilligant, Heatran, Great Tusk, Torkoal, Tornadus Incarnate, and Fluttermane. Typically in previous formats, Unovan Lilligant was going to use a similar moveset to the one we're featuring today, but it instead featured the moves Leaf Storm, After You, Protect, and Sleep Powder. However, because of the fact that Hisuian Lilligant has such a strong stab combination of grass and fighting to deal damage to most Pokemon, it'd be a shame to not run close combat, as this is an incredible way to damage Pokemon like Heatran that would otherwise wall your grass stab. Lilligant also in previous formats could typically afford a Ghost Terra, however with Tornadus also running the move Taunt right now, Terra Dark gives us a strong way to actually get around this Prankster Taunt, meaning that only Pokemon without the Prankster ability can actually stop us from going for statuses, and they'll typically be too late to do this. With partners such as Torkoal, as well as a 3 attacks Terra Grass Heatran, our Sun Core proves to be actually rather terrifying, just in the Fire type end alone. However, we do still have plenty of other Pokemon in our backline that could actually prove to be just as threatening. Next up on the team, we have a Clear Amulet Great Tusk with 3 attacks and Protect, which can prove to not only boost its damage even further thanks to the Photosynthesis ability in the Sun, but with the Clear Amulet as well, one of the best counters to this being Landorus Therian can no longer actually just safely pit around us. Landorus also doesn't do a lot of damage to us anyway without going for Terra Flying, and if it goes for Terra Flying, we now have a super effective Rock Slide to hit this Pokemon with for very threatening damage, so Great Tusk proves to be a very strong monster against this otherwise very common Intimidate option. Finally, for our backline, we do have Fluttermane as well as Tornadus, which prove to be 2 incredible options with speed control. With Fluttermane's end, we do have Imprison plus Trick Room, which means we can not only stop opposing Trick Room, but we can also get up a Trick Room of our own, which is a great way to boost Torkoal as well as Heatran's method of being that much more threatening. Meanwhile, with Tornadus, we have Sunny Day, Tailwind, Taunt, and Air Slash. Due to the fact that Air Slash should be a still really strong single target attack since we have so much spread on this team, which will help a little bit for wide guard matchups, as well as the fact that we're not making Bleak Windstorm 100% accurate anyway with Rain Dance, so why bother running it? Overall, this team should be pretty threatening, and I'm curious to see how it'll do in the ladder. But with that said, let's get into our matches. And we are here today featuring our Hisuian Lilligant team. Now I will say, it's actually been a while since I've used this mon. However, it's really only been a while since I've used this mon in ladder. I've actually been using this a lot in another thing, which you guys will be seeing. Oh my god, hold on. There's at least like another 6 weeks from now. Holy shit, this really big project down the line. But anyway, that's more for later. I guess this is actually the first time I'm teasing that on the channel, funny enough, which is kind of funny that it's in this video. But anyway, we're taking on Roaring Mid, Moongus, Ursaluna, Heatran, Qianpao, Iron Hands. Okay. So looking at this team, I feel like that realistically the lead call is always a free lead. It's one of those things where like the lead itself is so simple, but it's a really good lead against most teams. They don't have great ways around it. I mean, Chien-Pao with Sucker Punch is probably their best. I could definitely backline with like Flutter Mane. Flutter Mane is really hard for them to take out, and then I think I'll go with Heatran. I think that I could also bring Tusk over Flutter Mane. Tusk would actually be pretty good. I'm actually gonna bring Tusk. Flutter Mane can backline. Flutter Mane can bench. Flutter Mane is still really good here. Obviously, it's fake out immunity, which is really, really huge. But at the same time, though, I'm not really huge on going with Flutter Mane in this matchup, despite the fake out immunity, and despite the really good matchup Roaring Moon, when realistically, with Tusk plus Hand, not Tusk plus Hands, with Tusk plus Heatran, I can massacre pretty much every mon on this team. The worst mon for me, I think, would be their Heatran, in all honesty, but I could still muscle that for sure. It shouldn't be too bad. Iron Hands and Chien-Pao. Honestly, this isn't really too bad of a lead for me, in my opinion. They could definitely do some damage to me for sure, but I don't really know if I want to care. Because I feel like the instinctual play would be to go for, like, some sort of... It'd probably be to go for some sort of, like, dual target into Lilligant, when I can actually just go for a Sleep Powder into Chien-Pao, and then I can go for a Protect on Torkoal. It's definitely going to either be dual target into Lilligant, or it's going to be some sort of... It's definitely dual target Lilligant or fake out Torkoal. I think it depends on if they respect the Terra Ghost or not. Spoilers, we are not Terra Ghost on this team. This team was a rental. I'm gonna probably mention that in the thing. I really wish it was Terra Ghost, but I can get the logic to be fair. It's for stuff like Pranks or Taunt, which is still valuable. I mean, Torn's running around and running that move all the time, so I can get the logic in Dark at least. But man, is it annoying. It is definitely annoying. They're going to proceed to let us go for our Protect. Fake Out is going to go off into Torkoal, which means we do preserve a Focus Sash, which is actually really huge. This only could have really went badly if they Fake Outed the Lilligant, but we managed to actually not only get the Sleep Powder off into the Chien-Pao, which is huge, which means that we could probably break their Sash really easily now. But we've also now managed to get off a very unprotected, well, a very non-damaged Lilligant, which is really good for us. I can go for After You into Torkoal now, and then proceed to go for the Terrifier Eruption. We do still have Earth Power in case of the Heatran in the back, which is now going to be even bigger for us because of the fact that I didn't Terra Heatran, which means I do get a really free Earth Power this turn. They do go for Heatran here, which is perfectly fine. This means their Iron Hands damage will be weakened, which is important at least when considering Torkoal's health is going to be important for the Eruption. So I'm really glad that they actually let us just get this off pretty freely. On the following turn, what I'll probably do is I'll probably actually just CC Heatran, because even if they do bring in Chien-Pao, I think I'm still fine with that, if it means preserving health on Torkoal. Meanwhile, their Iron Hands is going to take a ton of damage this turn. I don't know if it'll kill, but some boosted Eruption, obviously, I mean, it's nothing to like, just ignore. This will probably do at least, like, 80%. I can't imagine it would do less. Yeah, this is just shy of 80. Okay, this is definitely some sort of AV Hands. I'm fine with that either way. Ooh, Para sucks. Okay, Para really sucks, actually. Okay, so what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for Close Combat into Heatran. Actually, no, I'm going to go for Solar Blade into Heatran. Not Heatran, the Iron Hands. And then I'll go for the Earth Power into Heatran. Biggest logic in this, I guess, would be just the KO on Hands before it can get off any more damage. Hands is kind of annoying, but really only for faking out, because it's an instant way to just kill the Lilligant. Because the only other priority that they have on this team would be through the Chien-Pao, which should never actually be a problem for Lilligant, because I should always in front of that just be spamming the Iron Hand after you. Ooh, Torkoal's dead. Okay. Still not a huge deal, actually. I can proceed to actually make this work very much in my favor. Thankfully, we do have our Focus Sash popping right now. So what I can actually do is, no matter what, I can go into my Great Tusk here. And what Great Tusk will offer is actually a very free turn with the After You plus, I think this thing gets Earthquake, right? We have Earthquake on our set? We do have Earthquake on our set, perfect. I could also, to be fair, go for Rock Slide, but Earthquake will be better suited than the Heatran, and that just makes more sense in my opinion. So we're gonna fight the Chien-Pao now, which isn't a huge deal. Chien-Pao can only target one of my Pokemon at a time. And even if I kill my own Lilligant, to be honest, Chien-Pao is not a big deal for my team, in my opinion. Plus, it's asleep, which is huge. So it would literally need to wake up pretty instantly for this to matter. So I'll let the Lilligant go down if it means that we can get off this really strong Earthquake here. The Terra Ghost, Chien-Pao should at least be brought down to Sash. Heatran will obviously die. Their only switch into this would... They don't have a switch into this, actually. Their best ground check would unironically be the Ursaluna at this point, or the Amoonguss, which I'm very fine with. thankfully, they just let the team get ravaged by mine, which is really good for mine. The Heatran is definitely going to be annoying, though. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. But thankfully, they're just going to let that go down, which is also, again, really huge for us. This After You Lilligant is going to prove to be not only useful for Torkoal, which is kind of the mon that everyone ties it to, but also useful for the Heatran, for the Great Tusk. We've now killed Heatran, which is their best Sonic user. We had to trade our Lilligant for this, of course, but my Heatran Tusk should be fine. And then they're going to just have Chien-Pao plus a filler left. And Chien-Pao isn't really a huge deal right now. It's asleep, and on top of that as well, it just doesn't really match up too well into my combination of mons. So I'll take this. I'll take this for sure. Okay. So let's see. So what is my opponent going to actually do here? I think they're going to go into... I think it's Moon? Yeah, it's Moon. Okay. Roaring Wind strikes again. I can't tire, which is actually really beneficial for me. I can, however, still take a lot of damage from this mon, but thankfully it did not pop any sort of booster energy because of the sun. So it's not like acrobatics will do a lot, which is realistically the move I'm the most scared of. They could still go with stabs, which is kind of the thing. I'm going to proceed to just go for Heat Wave here, and then I'm going to go for close combat into the Moon. Now, they'll hit both their moves before I get off either of mine, which is kind of the scariest part of the situation. But I wouldn't really call it scary either. Chien-Pao can definitely wake up. That's definitely something I do need to be concerned with. But the scariest thing to do is Ice Spinner my Great Tusk, because that's the one thing that Roaring Moon can't really damage well. And even still, I'm fairly certain this is Focus Sash Chien-Pao, which means it shouldn't do a lot of damage to me anyway. Chien-Pao woke up. Okay. Just went for Sacred Sword. Okay, Sacred Sword into Heatran is going to do a good amount, but it won't kill. So I'm curious what move my opponent actually went for into, well, with the Roaring Moon. There's a lot of things it could have clicked, maybe like Breaking Swipe to lower damage, which doesn't matter. Acrobatics, okay. See, so that does nothing because they didn't pop the item or the tower, which is really good. That Moon is now dead, and even if my Heatran misses the Heat Wave, I guarantee you could just go for like an Earth Power plus an Earthquake here, and guarantee kill Tusk that, and guarantee kill Chien-Pao that way. Because we saw that Earthquake has already done around like 70%. Heatran just claims the kill anyway, so we're set here. Albeit, it might have been smarter to click Earth Power there, but again, I wanted to just make sure that I got damage off. I could have also gotten me the difference between Burning Moon or not if I couldn't get that attack off into it in the first place. So I think it was still an important play to click. But we are set. We did win game number 1. We'll see you guys in the second match. And team number 2, I just saw this one earlier today, so I know it kind of inside and out. We're actually taking on Wolf's team, which, funny enough, almost was the team I ran today. I figured, though, that this team just seemed a little more fun, and no one's covering Lilligant right now for some reason, which I'm not sure why. The mon is super good. We're taking on Tornadus, Urshifu Rapid, Chien-Pao, Flutter Mane, Dragonite, Iron Hands. By the way, before someone in the comments criticizes me, I just know that Wolf's running this team in a tournament as of the day I'm recording this, which is the day before. I know he didn't build the team, but it's the team he's using, so that's how everyone's gonna know it. Anyway, so looking at this, so Chien-Pao plus really all of these mons is really scary as a lead. I feel like Chien-Pao is just a really good lead here. That Iron Hands could be kind of scary. I'm not sure if it will lead with Iron Hands or Rapid, but I think either combination is terrifying. What I'm going to proceed to do is I think I'm going to lead off the same lead, in all honesty. I think that Flutterman is definitively coming here, and then I kind of like backline Heatran again. They don't really have great ways to break Heatran on this team, actually. It's a really good Flutterman check, and especially no Terra Heatran here just goes hard. Some concerns. I guess not bringing Tusk is also kind of concerning. I'm going to bring Heatran. I feel confident in the Heatran. Tusk isn't bad here. I just think that I have 6 good mons, and that's why Torn also happened to get benched, despite also being a good mon. I could have led with, like, Flutter Torn as well, and try and match the opponent's Tailwind, but I don't know if it's really needed, because if my opponent is going for Tailwind, that means I'm still gonna... I mean, I should still be able to outpace their team pretty confidently anyway, for the most part. I guess besides like a POW lead or a Flutter Mane lead? Okay, yeah. So Rapid Strike leads here. Okay, perfect. So I do need to actually figure out something very important at this point. Because I haven't actually checked the stats on this team. Which you might be asking, why not? Why shouldn't I have checked the stats? 172. Okay, thank God, we're jelly. Okay. So this is actually a guarantee turn 1. So my play is always actually to just go for the Solar Blade into the Urshifu Rapid and just massacre that Pokemon right now on turn 1. And then I'll go for the slow Heat Wave. The logic in this play is going to be to just get some good damage off in Torn. Torn has a few plays it can make, obviously. It can go for Rain Dance, which kind of blows, but even still, no matter what, my Lilligant should always outpace. And in a worst ditch scenario, I can commit the Solar Blade, and I should outpace both these Pokemon here. Actually, that's a lie. I might not outpace Torn. They would have to go for Rain Dance, and then Ooh, Rain Dance could actually become terrifying, I can't lie. Yeah, Rain Dance could actually be really scary here. I really hope they didn't click Rain Dance, because that actually kind of fucks up my team. I might have made a misplay. Rain Dance, okay, yeah. I might have made a misplay. I should have probably let off with Torkoal and Lilligant and then switched in afterwards. Yeah. Because they could actually just go for Tailwind here. And then they're going to get off a really strong hit. That might screw me up a lot, actually. Thankfully, they went to Torkoal, which actually, that might be my saving grace here. Believe it or not. Because what I could actually do is I could proceed to bring in, I think I need to bring in Fluttermane. Which Fluttermane should still be really valuable. But that Urshifu with Rain is going to be terrifying. Thankfully, though, with the Fluttermane here, I can proceed to just go for the Dazzling Gleam. And Dazzling Gleam should be really strong still. We're going to be Booster Energy, of course. And we are going to be Booster... I forget. I Special Attack. Okay. Honestly, again, things I should have checked before running the team. I am going to proceed to go for the Tera Water here. This should... I'm going to guess this will help with Urshifu. I feel like this should help with Urshifu. Maybe not in Rain, actually. Heatran Tera's Grass, right? Yeah, Heatran Tera's Grass. Okay. That might be the Terramon I need to commit to next turn. We're not super defensive. I'm not going to commit that. That's such a ballsy play to commit. I'm going to go for Gleam. Gleam is just good damage, in all honesty. And no matter what, my Sash should not actually be broken, guaranteed. Their best play would be to go for like a Surging Strikes here plus Tailwind. Which even still, actually no, with Rain and Tera Water, there's no way it doesn't kill Lilligant. Tailwind, okay. So they're probably going to go for Surging Strikes into the Lilligant, which I'm fine with. If they go for it into the Fluttermane, great. At least I can trade Urshifu. Yeah, so that's gonna kill. This mon is so gross. But to be fair, I could have played so much better into that. Because if I let off with Fluttermane and baited Fluttermane into the sack, or even like Heatran, that could have been so much better for me. Thankfully, I'll still have Tera Blast on the Urshifu. Maybe I should have won for Tailwind this turn. Not for Tailwind, for Trick Room. I could have actually given myself an out here. This was kind of a choke. Like, I feel like I've choked this whole game away, in all honesty, with these plays. I am gonna go for Tera Grass and at least just kill a Heatran. Not the Heatran, the Urshifu. And then I'm gonna go for Trick Room here, just in case they let me get it. Again, I feel like I really threw that game one, that game two. It is what it is. I mean, these matches sometimes just happen, but I feel like I could have played this so much better. Because, realistically, I should have always... I mean, for one, I should have never let off with Torkoal against this team. I knew this Torn had Rain Dance. Like it wasn't just a hunch. Like, I've seen the team play. I know it has Rain Dance. So that was... yeah, that was just a bad play. Okay, well... I mean, honestly, it is what it is. We're going to try and still come back. I think, unironically, if that Chimpao did not come... Well, if Chimpao D-Knight specifically is the backline, well, is the bench, I should say, I might have an actual chance at winning this. So, we're going to see what we can do here, I guess. Blue Wind Storm? Nope, that's gonna do a lot. And then Urshifu's gonna play a kill. Just go for like Aqua Jet. Or no, not Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet couldn't even go off. You go for like Surgic Strikes into Heatran and let's just hope that we can take it. That's kind of what we need to bank on now. As dumb as that sounds, Surgic Strikes, just go into Heatran. Go into the Fire type. No. Okay, so they made a good play. They made a good play. Yeah, I refuse to believe that Fluttermane was taking that with the Rain up. Maybe with Sun up we could have taken that, but not with Rain. There was no shot. We'll at least claim a kill, which is something. I should have... yeah, there are so many better plays I could have made here. I could have actually... What would have probably been my best play was lead off with Heatran and Lilligant in hindsight. And then going for like an after you Tera Blast into Urshifu turn one. Because if they went for some sort of... If they went for some sort of Rain Dance, that's fine. If they went for Tailwind, that's also fine. But they were never actually going to kill both my mons. And I think, truthfully, I could have always guaranteed a kill. Because even if I locked into Solar Blade, I could have went into Fluttermane and then double Torkoal. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't as safe as I thought. I feel like I'm overthinking this. This is a really not good matchup to begin with. And I think I'm just trying to make excuses for why I lost. I think I just was losing this anyway. I didn't play well, but I don't think I was winning this either way. Alright, game number 3. We're also taking on yet another team that I've actually seen. I've run this team actually a lot in testing, pre-format. It's Cleavor, Tornadus, Dragonite, Chien, Pao, Urshifu Rapid, and Fluttermane. I know it's Urshifu Rapid. They would literally have to actually change the team, which the team itself is on VGC base, for anyone who's wondering. You could literally just control F Cleavor and you'll find this team. So I know this team very inside and out. It's a Scarf Cleavor, Tailwind Torn, Pao D-Knight's just standard Pao D-Knight. I think it's Booster Fluttermane. It's either Booster or Specs. And then Urshifu Rapid's Mystic Water. It's not max speed Urshifu Rapid either. It hits like 149. It's really weird. It's really weird. But anyway, I actually literally have like a whole team pulled up in my showdown even. Let me just pull it up. Because I said I literally have this team on the side. Here we go. Nope, actually, this is the wrong team. Oh, I got really cocky. I thought I knew this team. It still is on VGC pace. Like, I'm fairly confident in that. But shit, I need to pull a lead. Let's see. I'm gonna lead off with Torn, Fluttermane, Torkoal, and then Heatran. I think it's gonna be my comp. I do still like Torkoal here. It could be great to clear stuff later on, but yeah, I got way too cocky that I actually knew what I was talking about. I know this team still is on VGC pace. Let's see. 2, 3. You can cut while I'm finding it. Here we go. I found it. Yep. Okay. I knew I found this team before. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, this is a very different team than I thought. This should be Rocky Helmet Cleaver, actually. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting as fuck. Urshifu Rapid. This should be Choice Scarf for Shifu. Good to know. Okay. So, we're gonna proceed to get up a Tailwind here. And then I'm gonna go for a... Choice Scarf? Fuck it, we ball. Let's go with Terra Water. And we'll go with the Gleam. Gleam should be decent here. Yeah, let's go with Gleam. Because either they're gonna go for Rain Dance, most likely, on the Torn, which... Well, actually, they don't have Rain Dance in this team, but even still, I'm not gambling that. That doesn't sound like a great play. They're gonna Terra Water the Urshifu. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so this should be Adamant Urshifu, which is good information, of course. But it is Scarf, though, which means that Scarf Urshifu should guarantee outpace us with Tailwind up. So, I'm fine with this. With the Terra Water, I should be able to take this hit fairly comfortably. I'm not too sure, like, how good I'll take it, but I can't imagine that I'll actually, like, fold to this. So, we'll just have to kind of see what happens here. But, I'm kind of curious. Let's see. So, our Torn goes first, which makes sense. Because if this is the exact team, their Torn's actually fairly slow. It's Bold 92. Ooh, they did not go for Tailwind. They went for just raw Bleak Wind. Surgeon Strikes does go off here. Perfectly fine. Yep. Okay, perfect. Terra Water helps with so much. Meanwhile, their Torns probably... I mean, they definitely went for Bleak Wind because they're doing an actual attack here. Okay. So this was fine. Sadly, they went for Bleak Wind, which is going to kill our Fluttermane, which kind of sucks. But if nothing else, this at least was a safe play. The fact that we did take that Surging Strikes from Scarf Shifu means that I don't actually regret the choice that I made with this turn. It just kind of ended up being an unfortunate situation. We'll go for Heatran here. With their Torns gotta go for Tailwind at this point, which I'm fine with that. We're gonna proceed to bring in Torkoal here. Actually, do I want to do that? I think I'm gonna go for Sunny Day Raw, and then just go for Earth Power into this. I think it'll be a better play actually, specifically because I don't want Torkoal taking damage just yet. Which might sound kind of weird to say, but I feel like that just the threat of Torkoal would still be kind of scary. Yep, okay, so they do look like they're leaning into this team comp. We're gonna go for Sunny Day here. This should weaken the Urshifu, but honestly, I think we just outpace it and kill it anyway. They're gonna go for Surging Strike, so they do outpace us. That's interesting. Heatran does look like it'll take that, actually, with the Sun up, which is huge. And we'll actually be able to take all 3 hits before popping our Citrus, which is also really huge. Not that it matters a ton, but, like, getting back that much health, like, we'll still be over 100, which, like, we'll be in the green. We'll be in the green, and their team doesn't really break us that well, actually, which is good. Okay. So we're gonna get the Surf Power off. This should kill our Shifu. Perfect. So their Terramon is also gone. Their best breaker on this team is gone. They could still have Bandit D-Knight, but Bandit D-Knight can't really comfortably lock in my team, so I'm not too concerned with this. Plus, I can always protect around this and go for, like, Air Slash to break multi-scale, assuming this is the same comp. So I'm okay with that. I'm actually very okay with that. That's not a huge deal for me. I am kind of curious, though, what they'll go into. I think it has to be the Fluttermane. They're gonna go with, like, Fluttermane and Tailwind, right? Dragonite. Okay, so they're gonna go for... Ooh, they're probably going for Tantrum. Okay. I'm actually gonna go for the Taunt into Torn. No, never mind, because they're gonna be Mental Herb. I feel like I should still click Taunt into Torn. I'm gonna go for Air Slash into D-Knight, actually. And then... So their D-Knight's Jolly Max, if this team is right. I'm gonna go for Protect. Yeah, I'll go for Protect. I can at least break a multi-scale here, which should be decent. This should actually put Dragonite in kind of a tricky situation. They are gonna go for Tailwind. Yep, okay, so I'm glad I did not waste the taunt. Because this could actually be an important play, since if they don't just target the Heatran here, this is good damage. And then I can actually kill this thing later on. even if I need to let Heatran go down, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna proceed to just go for another Air Slash here. And I think I'm actually gonna double Torkoal. Do I want to double Torkoal? I guess the question is... Nope, never mind. I've already answered my question. Yeah, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Heatran is way more valuable than Torkoal. I kind of wish that I brought Tusk instead of Torkoal. I kind of forgot that Torn had Sunny Day, which is something I knew going into this at least. I knew that Torn had Sunny Day. I just kind of forgot. Ooh, fuck, okay. Yeah, really glad I made this play now. Okay. So they're going to probably go for Bleak Wind here on Torn, if I had to guess. Yep, Bleak Wind Storm. Okay. Both monsters drop back. Unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks. That missing Air Slash actually kind of sucks. I wouldn't say, yeah. So I wouldn't say it was like a guaranteed, but like this, actually this is kind of bad. That might nip us the loss, because, so I mean, to be fair, we're not running exactly like a very accurate move. Like, I can't be super mad, but I do need to double protect now actually, which kind of sucks, because their Torn can definitely still freely go for Bleak Wind, but I need to make sure I'm outpacing this Dragonite consistently, because I need to make sure the Dragonite just dies, which means I now need to go for 2 protects on Heatran, and I need to make sure that I hit both. The first one's guaranteed, obviously, but I need to hit the second one because I need the Dragonite to be gone. This is multi-scale D-Knight, so I could always flinch too, which could be something actually, but I can't really gamble the flinch either because it's going to be way more important that I just kill that D-Knight. So we're in a little bit tricky of a situation. Okay, so Tailwind goes back up. That's fine. Tailwind should be good here. Tantrum does go off. That's fine. We protected. The question is, though, can we just kill? Can we just kill the Dragonite? We need to either get a flinch here or protect. I don't know. Like, realistically, okay, nope, protect fails. Can I flinch the D-Knight at least? Flinching D-Knight would be huge here. That's kind of my win goal now, is flinching D-Knight. Perfect. Okay, thank God. All right. Obviously, hacks is hacks, but, like, that's kind of our only way to win this game, so I'll take what I can get. Okay. Perfect, okay. Opposing team's Tailwind petered out. Okay, perfectly fine. We'll go for Air Slash here, and I'm going to go for Heat Wave here. At least Torn's not going for Bleak Wind, which kind of helps with the fact we got the speed drop. Not really a huge deal. I mean, that's 30% is what it is. But I kind of wish that I didn't get it. It'd make this endgame a little safer, but we do have Tailwind up, so if they don't go for Tailwind this turn, we outpace them, and if they do go for Tailwind this turn, we outpace them. They're going to go for Tailwind. So if I can hit the D-Knight here, then I think I win the game. Otherwise, I guarantee lose. Perfect. Okay. So D-Knight should go down. Beautiful. All right. So D-Knight's cleared. And Torrent should also be cleared, actually, at this point, because Heat Wave will just do too much damage. Oh, I can't lie. That was such a delayed animation. I thought I missed. Okay. So I think I'm fine. There's a little bit of gray area here, though, because there's a certain Pokemon that might actually be kind of a problem. Being Fluttermane, Chimpa. Okay, thank you. Chimpa coming in is actually kind of good. Okay. So I'm gonna go for. I need to kind of gamble here, but I need to go for the Air Slash this turn, and I need to go for a Protect. If they Sucker Punch my Torn this turn, I lose. They very easily could just. Oh, actually, wait. I need to kind of gamble here. I feel like they're going to value taking out the Heatran because the Heatran's the only one that can actually win this endgame with that play. The logic here being is that, so to be fair, okay, thank God. So the logic here was that I could have killed Chimpao with a burn, technically speaking. So they always did need to kind of value that. Perfect. Okay. So Air Slash goes off. That actually does a lot of damage. Beautiful. I don't even need to reset. I just need to kill. I'll go for the Earth Power here. I feel like that should just kill. Sacred Sword. Okay. Sacred Sword will kill Heatran. I just need this Air Slash to hit, and I'm set here. Air Slash, I need you to hit. Beautiful. Okay, thank God. We win the game. Come back in the century. I felt so dumb saying that. I'm so sorry for anyone who had to hear that sentence. Kurt, I thank you since. Got that out. It was so cringe. Oh, fucking Christ. That was very much an overstatement. But no, we'll take it. We'll take the win. That was a really good win. If you guys enjoy this content and you want to see some more like it, of course, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. Shout out to Kurt as always for editing this video. Make sure you guys check him out in the description as he makes wonderful content, some of the best in the platform. Also, shout out to our channel members, which for only a couple dollars a month, you guys get some bonus videos. I will say, members did not get to choose their challenge run this month, but it should still be very fun anyway. I've already told the channel members what this run is. It's going to be a surprise for you YouTube folk though, but make sure you click the link below. With that said, our current channel members today are going to be Mia, Zeke Zero, Bbat, Timo Mueller, Sam, Bam Bambi, Rao Plays, Obo, Johannes B, and Del aka The Double. Thank you all for your extra support this month. With that said, I'll see you guys in Wednesday's upload. Until then, peace out guys.